Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Cosmic Slumber Tarot by Tilly Walden. Website on the bottom here is liminal11.com. Feel free to check that out if you'd like to. Supportive Oracle Cards, Energy Oracle Cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. The website I see on the back of the book here is hayhouseradio.com. If you take out radio, I think it still works. If you go into the book here, there's a couple of Hay House websites. Feel free to check those out if you desire. Just freeze frame, of course. Here's a little bit more of the rest of the page if you want to see that. Okay. Whew. Leo. I don't know where that's coming from, but hey, why not? Ooh, Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is at play. Ooh, okay. Somebody really... Okay, you got the Temple Path here, by the way. You got the Temple Path. Not everybody's going to like what you're about to do. I feel like when I was thinking that, my first thought was like, well, welcome to the life of Leo. Welcome to the life of a Leo. Not everybody is going to like everything. Like, it happens. Like, it's kind of, yeah. Like, oh, really? How odd. You're very self-sufficient, very confident, very capable, very ready to go forward in this next step. Do you know, you already know that people aren't going to like, not everybody's going to like what you're about to do. But you also, you know what you want. And I don't really feel Leo is going to be like, oh, other people are going to be upset with me, so I'm not going to do it. Not usually. You take into consideration how everything's going to work out, and you're like, do I think it's going to work out? Then I'm going to do it. Are some people going to get upset? I guess they're going to get upset. But you know what? When we get where we need to go, it'll be fine. Very confident, very strong. You know what you want to do, and you're like, hey, I got to make this change. It's time to do it. I'm going to do it. It's not, I don't feel bad about it, but this is what you're going for. You're looking for happiness, true happiness, happiness that makes sense. Will you share it with other people? Yeah, I do feel like you will. But are you going to let other people's feelings hold you back from getting this happiness? No. I am a Pisces, so it's kind of like I am a water sign person. So like this, it's funny because I'm like, oh, I can see how that could upset people. But hey, you got to do what's right for you. This is Aries. This is not Aries. This is Leo. Do you have Aries here? Do you have Aries on the board? No, you have the Chariot though. Is that the Tower? No, that's the Knight. Although the Tower is over here. You're gonna shock some people. You're going to shock some people. They're not going to understand what you're doing. They're going to be upset with you. They're not going to be able to let go of it. You got to do what you got to do. It's going to be a season of conflict. A season. Now, when I say a season, that's normally about 3 months, roughly. But like, I'm also thinking of like currently where I am, it seems like fall starts at the end of August and then sometimes goes into January. So season is subjectable, I'm just saying. Subjective. There we go. A season of conflict. The Five of Wands is going to be around for a while, but you will get through it. I don't see you really stressing over it. I feel like where you're sitting is kind of like things aren't right. Things are not right the way they're going. Things need to change, and I'm going to change them. It's not going to be comfortable. Not everybody's going to like it. Maybe nobody's going to like it but me, but everybody will be better for it on the other side. You got to do what you got to do, and you're going to make happen what you need to make happen. I feel like there's going to be people accusing you of being cold-hearted or like emotionless or feelingless or like a robot or something. I feel like these darts, these emotional verbal attacks are coming at me like, oh, Leo, you know, if you ever had a heart, it'd be nice to have one now. Or just something like that you're an unfeeling monster. It's not true. It's totally not true. And you know that. People aren't seeing it your way at all. I feel like they're just upset with you and angry. But the thing is, you got the Sun card. You got a better outcome. Things need to change. Sometimes change is very difficult. I hate this analogy. It's kind of gross, but I'll give it because it's what popped in my head. It's kind of like when a bone heals incorrectly, and I'm sure that they sedate people when they do this, but when it heals incorrectly, they got to re-break it, put it together correctly so it'll heal correctly. It's just what has to happen. It sounds horrifying to me. It really does, but if that's what needs to be done, then that's what needs to be done. This feels like that's the right analogy for this. Kind of like this is like re-breaking a bone so it'll heal correctly, so it can be used correctly. So it's like if you have a leg bone and the leg didn't heal correctly, and now this person has like they just can't keep their balance well. They can't do things like they used to. It's hindering them. It's holding them back. It's kind of like, all right, I'm assuming they sedate people. I'm just assuming they sedate or put you out or something. We're going to re-break the bone, however they need to do that. We're going to reset it. They're going to be off their feet for another 6 to 8 weeks. Then we're going to start healing it again. And then, after it's healed, 4 to 6 months later, they'll be able to do what they normally could, and they'll be back to where they should be. It's kind of like that's why you're doing this. That's why you need to do what you need to do. People do not want this. They want to block it. They're like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Don't break my leg, Leo. Don't break my leg. The thing is, in the long run, they're going to see that you were right. I always feel like there's this huge wave of doubt. Like, oh, that doesn't always happen. I feel like there's a whole chorus of Leos going, oh, really? This time they're going to understand? This time they're going to understand? I almost feel like there's a chorus of you guys just saying, sure they will. But I'm getting in the long run in this one, it seems like they will understand that you were right. Long run. All right, let me just clarify it, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of pushback on that. Will they though? But will they though? Four of Cups and the Star card. All right, so they will understand that you're correct. They will also tell you that you could have done it differently. Does that sound more on point? They will say that it did need to happen. They will agree that it did need to happen, but they'll probably also criticize how you did it and it could have gone better a different way. Does that sound more? It probably sounds more about right. Whoever this is, anyway, I feel like that's probably normally their speed. They'll say that, yeah, it needed to happen, but you didn't do it the best way. Something like that. Things will go better in the long run, and things will be a lot stronger, a lot more. The Ten of Pentacles and then these two cards, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, and then the Angel of Balance right in with it. All of this is the ending. It does make sense. It does need to happen. Even though I do feel like you're right, it needs to happen, it needs to be done. Even when you get there, I feel like people will say, even though it's all said and done and it's healed and moved on, whatever it was, they'll probably have criticism about the timing, or it wasn't the best time for that to happen, you should have waited, or this, that, the other thing, or you should have hopped on one foot and, tapped your nose with your tip of your tongue while you did it. It's kind of like, really? I should have jumped on one foot and tapped on my nose with my tongue while I did it? I'm sure I should have. That's how this feels. When they're criticizing you, you're like, really? Should have jumped on one foot, tapped the tip of my nose with my tongue. Yeah, that's rational. Sure. That's literally how it's going to come off to you. Kind of like, yeah, I was going to do that. Definitely. I'll get right on that next time. But it's all solid. I also see you kind of ignoring it. Kind of like, you have, yeah, par for the course, as they say. Par for the course. Doesn't seem to faze you. I just feel like I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever. This needs to move forward. This needs to go through its rough time. Okay, so it needs to go forward. This is your path. The storm, is that the storm? Yep, the storm, if I can move it. It's the storm and the broken heart. A lot of resistance, a lot of turmoil, a lot of problems. But when you get to the other side, it's healed. People are happier. Things work out the way they're supposed to. Things are where they needed to correct. Sometimes it's really hard to change things. But, when you got to do what you got to do, You got to do what you got to do. I just feel like this is a vote of confidence. You know what you got to do. Let's just get it done. You are right. Because maybe there's some doubts creeping in at the moment. Should I do it? Maybe you're holding back a little bit. You haven't committed to the idea yet. Whatever it is, I mean, I know it's a general read, but you know what you need to do. The sooner you get it done, the sooner we can go on to better things. So I feel like this is a vote of confidence. Kind of like, yeah, you know what you need to do. Go right ahead. People are going to be upset, but they're going to get over it. In this case, they'll get over it. Again, yeah, they'll say, but Leo, timing wasn't the best, or but Leo, you should have hopped on one foot and touched the tip of your nose with your tongue. You should have. Like, really. Obviously. Like, oh, okay. So yeah, you're gonna have that at the end, but I don't see it bothering you. I just don't see it phasing you. All right, I'm gonna shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, same email right below. There's instructions. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.